Welcome into the Cactus Golf Podcast. This is episode number 82. We've got a full slate for you with some news and notes. We got the Zurich Classic review. We have LIV Adelaide review. We've got the CJ Cup Byron Nelson preview, as well as the LIV Singapore preview, and some betting corner to put a cherry on top. You ready to go?
Let's rock and roll.
Let's rock and roll. I like it. Let's get started with the news and notes here. So first thing I had is Sunday Red. Sunday Red dropped today. Or was it last night, I guess?
Technically today. Technically. Yeah, midnight Eastern time last night. Technically today, but yeah.
Okay, so you copped some stuff, right?
Did, yeah. We copped a few things. I mean, it's nice that midnight Eastern time is 9 o'clock here, so it's not super late. But I will say that anyone that waited more than likely did not get anything, because a majority of it sold out, which I don't think is a surprise. In my personal opinion. But I expected high price points.
I didn't really think about price. I don't know why. I wasn't thinking at all, but it was definitely higher than I don't know. I didn't really think about what it would be, but it was higher than I thought.
Yeah, I mean, I expected that it was going to be high price points just because, number one, it's Tiger Woods, and really he can put anything out and people are going to buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like, in golf, historically, he's got people who play it, for the most part, have a little bit of money, because it's not cheap in some areas to play. We talked about this before, buying clubs and all that stuff. So I wasn't surprised that it was the high price point. The polos range from anywhere from like 110 to 175. I saw, hats were mostly around $40 a hat. T-shirts were sitting around 70. What really threw me off was the ball markers. To be honest, I showed you that a little bit ago.
I don't understand that at all.
Because knowing how much it costs to make a ball marker, the margin is crazy on those. I mean, it comes with a little holder for it, which I don't know who uses. No shame on you guys. It's the sprinklers. No shame on people that use it, but it comes with like a little, like a little slot that you could put it. It has a little button closure and everything. A little odd, but whatever. But yeah, I wasn't surprised about the price points. I think, in my personal opinion, there really wasn't anything that was like the true color red, which I was kind of surprised. Like, there's some coral. That was like the closest color I saw to red. So that one kind of surprised me a little bit. I
assume they'll have some stuff at some point. Like a special drop, maybe. I don't know.
Possibly. Like, if you go on their site, there's like different collections. And one of them is like, I'm going to misquote myself here, so I'll make sure I get the right thing. If you shop Sunday Red Selects, which I guess, like, now that I read it, I guess I see red, and I think red, but that's the name of the brand, so I guess that threw me off a little bit. But it's all of the limited edition items for people that had select access. So you had to like sign up a couple weeks ago, and then if you were picked, you were able to buy this green stuff, little forest green action. So I don't know. What's your thoughts?
Well, I saw that my biggest thing is, like, for one, like we've said before, the logo is just not good, and two, Sunday Red is just clunky and weird. And then I found out that it's TaylorMade, right? They own the trademark for Sunday Red, just like actually how you like this day of the week, Sunday, not split up.
Sunday Space
They
Red.
own the trademark for Sunday Red.
Like,
so
Sunday
like they could have used. It's not like they couldn't do it like legally. They could have done just Sunday Red. So it's like that was just, and then like that's just weird to do what they did, and so they owned it. They could have done it, and then somebody was like defending it when I saw like, oh well, Sunday Red means something in Mandarin, and that's why they did it. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? It's Mandarin. I mean, what percentage of the population is like identifying with the Mandarin that this somehow one person knows this correlation apparently that exists? No one. Why? Even if this is true, I didn't verify what the heck SDR Sunday Red means in Mandarin, but it's like no one knows that. No one. So like, why are they for? I'm so confused.
Yeah, I don't know. I think in my personal opinion, I think he could have named it anything under the sun, and people still are gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Just because it's Tiger Woods.
And I get the logo, like the 15 majors, and like, but it doesn't mean it's not a bad logo. It doesn't mean it's a good logo. Just because you have a reason for why the logo is what it is, I mean it's good. Like it's still a bad logo. Bottom line.
I mean that's your opinion, obviously.
I did no, it's a popular opinion.
I'm just saying it's a opinion.
It's not an uncommon opinion.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's like not common or uncommon or whatever, but I'm just saying it's regardless.
Doesn't mean I wouldn't wear it. I guess I didn't buy anything myself, but doesn't mean I wouldn't wear it. But it's just like I
think at the end of the day
they could have done this so much better. They could have done it so much better.
I mean, is this like a kind of like the whole? Is this a marketing stunt where like they make it like this so there's just so much press about it and so much talk about it? Again, maybe it's Tiger Woods. Like I said, he could have literally named it anything, and people still would have bought it, regardless. But maybe this is like kind of like the whole Tesla thing when they threw the little metal ball at the window after saying that it wasn't going to break, then it shatters. I mean, they did it as pretty much a PR stunt to get so much media attention. So maybe that's something similar. I have no clue.
No, because they're not going to change the logo, obviously. So I don't know. I mean, they're going to make money, obviously, but I think they could have done. I think they could have done a lot better.
They made a ton of cash, because I think the only thing I saw that's like left in stock right now is gloves, if I'm not mistaken. Gloves are majority of things in stock, like certain sizes of it. They ran out of like just like the extra large of them. And if you go to like apparel, I don't think there's much out of stock. Like I don't think there's really. I'm just gonna scroll and hit something random. This shirt. What is this one? Oh, this one got some styles. It's got the white. I guess the $90 training shirts are not as popular. Oh, just this coral one is, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I think they fumbled it. They could have done a lot better. But I mean,
did they fumble it? I'm sure they were successful with it.
Well, that's relative. Like, they sold out, but like, we don't know how many units they had on everything. So.
I'm sure. I'm sure they had probably quite a few. Right. But who knows? I have no idea.
They could have done something that they made me buy, but I didn't because it's trash. Logo, Sunday Red. It's weird. The SDR is clunky. It's like a logo I would have made in preschool. SDR, because I had no idea what the heck spatial awareness was back in the day, and it's almost like what they seem like. I don't know. It's bad. I'm sure the material's great.
Probably. I mean, we're gonna find out. We got some stuff heading our way, so we'll figure out.
Like even the hat. That's this one, like the reselling for like a lot.
I think it looks ugly.
Huge.
Yeah, I don't like that one either.
It's like the U.S. Polo Association gigantic logo polos.
Yeah.
It's like just obnoxiously huge.
No, for sure. I'm definitely not a fan of. I bought stuff that was like more smaller logo, like a little bit smaller, I guess, on the front.
That's a little better.
And then like the shirt that it's like a small little logo. It's big on the back, I guess, but it's relative. But I mean, again, I'm not. I'm not like a diehard for the logo. I more or less just bought it because again it's Tiger Woods and I knew it was probably going to sell out. So we probably, we have plans to do some things with this stuff. So that's the majority of the reason why I bought it. I did see comments like reading some of the comments on their Instagram. One guy, it was all over the place. I mean. It went as far as same thing. This logo's trash. I'll never buy this stuff. The Nike collection was better. Logo, all that stuff. It went all the way from there to I don't care if the express shipping is $100. I'm paying it to be the first one wearing it on my municipal course. So like you get their full spectrum. I think it's hard to make absolutely everyone happy
for sure.
But again, like I said, I'm not super crazy on the logo myself. I mean, it's just my personal opinion. I think on
a ball marker like that it looks fine.
Yeah, I think the logo by itself without the
SDR just looks
the letters,
terrible.
I think it makes it look a little bit better. But again, I majority just bought it because this stuff's gonna probably resell, and we have some plans to do some stuff with it for our members. So it just made it a little bit more fun.
I just don't understand it.
I probably wouldn't have bought it if we weren't so close into the golf space myself, to be honest. Like just like an average golfer that plays every once in a while, if I had nothing to do with anything in the golf space, I probably wouldn't have bought anything. Truthfully, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Yep, that went live.
He's doing a lot of press right now.
Yeah, he had Jimmy Fallon.
And then today went on Good Morning America,
Good Morning America, yeah. He's doing a lot for it, obviously. But we'll move on. So did you see LIV Golf? They are playing their individual championship at Bolingbrook Golf Club in Bolingbrook, Illinois.
Chicago.
Yep. So that was making the rounds. Did you see their average green fees? You want to guess what they are? Like average green fees throughout the week?
At that course? Bowling. I don't know too much about that city, even though I lived probably pretty close to it. $300.
60.
Oh, nice. Fair enough. All
so
right.
people are raising the question: is this a championship level course? And I don't know. People were saying that it's got a really big clubhouse that's really nice, and they have an island green. And then there were the jokes about how they wanted to play TPC Sawgrass, and they were like, "LIV's like, oh, we have TPC Sawgrass at home." And like this is the TPC Sawgrass at home with the island green.
You want McDonald's
with the island green. They have just it's it was making for some jokes. I don't know. We'll see. People said I saw some comments that I played this course, the best course I've ever played. Blah blah blah. But that's also just the random Joe, saying that.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, I think it's green fees are all relative to the area, because like even back in Indiana, some beautiful courses. I don't think they ever touch $100.
I mean, even Bandon Dunes up close to where we were at for your bachelor party.
Yeah.
I think that was getting up to like almost $100, and that's I don't know if it's championship like course, but it's like a super nice course. Yeah.
I think it's all relative. I think if you put that course here in Arizona, it'd probably be multiple $100. I would assume. And I never played it, so I don't really know. Wasn't there a course the first year LIV season started? Where the conditions were terrible. It looked horrible.
Well, there was Oklahoma City.
Was it weather though related? I think.
Yeah, it was Oklahoma City, Tulsa.
Yeah.
It was. I think that was last year, actually. If I remember.
Might have
right.
been. Yeah.
And yeah, it was a lot of bad weather, and it, of course did not hold up well.
No,
it was
just
really
the
bad.
views from TV looked really tough.
Mm-hmm.
Really, it looked like you were playing at like a municipal course.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Whatever.
Last thing I had here. So we have our boy Aaron Rye, Mr. Double Glove Rye. Did you know he only uses one glove in the bunker?
Oh, interesting. So he takes one off?
Yeah, so he wears two like all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
He uses like a standard, not like how like he's a righty, right? It's like the standard glove on your left hand.
Your left hand, yeah.
And he takes it off on his right when he's in the bunker. I saw that when I was watching the Zurich last week.
That's interesting.
I'm assuming that wasn't a one-off. I guess that could have been a one-off.
We'll have to pay attention to that one.
Yeah, so I saw he only wore the one glove in the bunker. I thought that was... I just wanted to shout that. I thought that was weird.
It's weird. I know it 100% is weird. And maybe it's a superstition thing. He had one really good out when he was younger, when he only wore the one glove instead. And then now he's doing it ever since. Who knows? I don't know.
Aaron Rye continues to amaze.
We're watching you, Aaron. We're watching.
Continues to draw the eyes of those that are keeping an eye on the glove game. Let's move on to the Zurich Classic review here. So the Irish duo come out on top down in New Orleans. So they win on the first playoff hole over Chad Ramey and Martin Traynor. Ramey and Traynor tied the alternate shot record on Sunday to take the lead, and they had to sit on that for 3 hours before the rest of the groups finished, before they played the playoff, because they were
out early.
They were out early because they were quite a few shots back, went on a tear, and had to just sit on it for 3 hours.
That's tough. That's a hard thing to do. Just momentum. I'm sure it was carrying for the Irish duo to be able to clutch it in the playoff. That's hard to turn it back on after 3 hours.
Yeah, and I think if they bogeyed that playoff hole, and I think Rory and Shane Lowry they parred it. Yeah, they won.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. It could be a whole different scenario. I mean, it's all hypothetical. If it was the reverse roles, momentum plays a big thing in golf. If you have 3 hours in between. You're probably getting a meal, you're having something to drink, you're sitting down, then you have to go get ready again, because they're not, chipping around or hitting shots in the driving range for the whole 3 hours.
No, probably intermittently throughout it.
Yeah, and then more focusing as it got closer to the end, but that's tough. That's tough, but that's congrats to them, obviously, for making that tear late on Sunday, make it a little more exciting.
Yeah,
another playoff again this year.
Another playoff. Rest of the top 10 here is we have McIlroy and Lowry outright winners there. Ramey Trainer second. Brim Hubbard third. Zach Blair. I don't remember. All these first names are kind of eluding me. I think it's Patrick Fishburne, I believe. Yeah, Nico Echevarria. Grazerman's. I forget Grazerman's first name. I usually am pretty good with names, but these are testing me here.
Tough.
Sam Stevens and Matthew Barjon. Garrick Higo, Ryan Fox. They were all tied for fourth. Tied for eighth, we had Chess and Hadley and Grayson Sigg, as well as Thomas Detry and Robert McIntyre tied eighth. And 10th, we had Nick Taylor and Adam Hadwin. The only 10th place finish.
That's pretty impressive with names. Do you have like initials or just...
I have the same thing you're looking at.
Yeah.
Here.
Did you notice how... Did you get your snip from ESPN?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't live tracking it.
No.
Anything, yeah.
This is like, how old school is this? Like, usually they have like the nice leaderboard.
This is like the what was it? A typewriter print.
Yeah, this is horrible. This is Times New Roman. Like, what is this? I for everyone that's listening, it's if you we usually get like our.
That's not Times New Roman. That's like the typewriter print.
Yeah,
like the font.
Whatever.
I don't
Just
know
basic,
what it is.
basic font is what I was going with that. Anyone listening, it's just you go to ESPN for the leaderboard, and for the Zurich Classic, they messed it up. They didn't mess it up. It's just
they weren't live tracking
really
it either.
different.
Yeah, you had to. I went to the PGA Tour website to get their updates there.
Yeah,
we had some notable finishers here. So the Fitzpatrick brothers, they finished T11. Colin Morikawa and Kurt Kitayama were T23, as well as Patrick Cantlay and Xander Schauffele. A couple big names missed the cut. Sahith Theegala and Will Zalatoris, as well as the Højgaard twins, both missing the cut.
That's tough. That's tough for the Zalatoris Theegala group. And I saw that they're both sponsored by FJ. So FJ was really blowing up their partnership for this week. And they were doing a bunch of giveaways with like FJ products, signed flags from both of them, and both didn't. Obviously, they didn't make the cut. So
yeah, and then Will Zalatoris, he's pulled out of the Byron Nelson this coming week, just trying to give his back a rest. So maybe not a bad thing. Maybe missed the cut. Maybe give it a little more rest for a couple more days. For Zalatoris, but that's all I had here. Did you have a?
In your opinion, do you think the PGA should do more or less of these events?
People are asking like the format of like who are the teams, because like the Xander and Cantlay group is like super lopsided, but they only won once. I think they've entered it the last 5 years, only won once, so I don't think that matters really. I mean, it's cool. Last year we had 2 first-time winners win.
Yeah.
So
do you think just like these?
But the team format, I think one's enough. They have the match play. Or no, they didn't have the Dell match play this year, did they?
No,
last year was last year. That's right. I wouldn't mind a match play maybe, but like I think one's enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I personally agree with that myself as well. I think it's just it's exciting. I guess it's different, but one and done. It's kind of like Vegas. You go there for a day or two, then you're moving on back to the normal stuff, your normal life. I kind of hope the PJ keeps it kind of similar with this. I do agree. I like the match play. I wish they would bring that back, because match play is like another level of excitement. I feel like it's just a little different. It's like different times 2 from the aspect of the way of scoring is completely different than traditional stroke play. It's by hole, obviously. So I would appreciate them bringing that one back, but who knows? I do have 2 truths and a lie for you if you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
So I made the 2 truths and a lie based on either one of them. So it's not you're not going to tell me which one's a lie. You're going to tell me who is the fact I'm going to give you. Who is it based from? So they're all facts.
Do I have to get all 3 right?
I mean, that'd be the ultimate, I guess. Yeah, sure. I guess. I don't know.
Open the ante here, I guess.
All right. So obviously this is Rory McIlroy and Shane Lowry. This golfer turned professional at the age of 18.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot you
have to give me an answer.
I was like waiting for you to read the next one. I'm going to say Rory.
That is correct. 1 for 1. This one went to the University College of Dublin.
Dublin. Is that Northern Ireland or Ireland? I think that's just Ireland, which is where Shane's from. So I'm gonna say that's Shane Lowry.
All right, 2 for 2. Coming on to the last one. Which golfer won the Irish Open?
The Irish Open. When?
Just in their past history.
Okay.
Not based on a year. Just have which golfer won the Irish Open?
Well, Rory won the Scottish last year. That's different, obviously. I wish I had a year. What year this happened?
It's an older tournament.
I mean, I assume it still happens.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think they might still play in it. I don't know, to be honest with you, if they do anymore.
Irish Open.
The Irish Open.
50-50 chance. Shoot.
I'll give you a clue. It's actually a 33% chance.
I don't understand.
Because
they both did it then, or neither of them?
That's that's a 25%
That'd be 25% chance, I guess. I still don't understand how 33% factors in. No, I don't even know. I don't understand how you just put my brain in a pretzel. I don't understand how 33% chance works.
Just give me an answer.
I guess both of them. I don't.
Yeah, you're correct. Yes. So your options could have been.
I thought you were saying
the other or both.
I thought you were saying that no, because neither of them would be an option.
Well, I didn't. In my head, I wasn't thinking that as an
okay.
option.
I thought you were saying that
when you said neither, I'm like, well, then I guess they could go with a 25% chance.
I thought you were saying that wasn't the answer because it was 33% chance. So like it was a possibility I hadn't said yet. I was like, oh wait, what?
Gotcha. No,
I was so confused.
No, yeah. So that's correct. So they both have won the Irish Open. I thought I had the dates on here. I guess I did not write it.
That wouldn't have helped me. Then if they both did it, it wouldn't have.
But yeah, they both won the Irish Open, and they are the only two. Fun fact: they are the only two Irish golfers to have won the Irish Open.
Dang, what a crock!
Yeah,
come on.
That's right. Step up your game.
Come on, Ireland, Northern Ireland. Well, I mean, would Rory be considered an Irishman to win the Irish Open? He's from Northern Ireland.
Yeah, they still counted it. I mean, the article that I read, I guess I guess that's up to their discretion.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess because his flag is the Irish flag.
It's right? Northern Ireland. Shane's is Ireland.
That's the same freaking thing to me. They're both Irish, probably, right? I don't know the nationalism topics on that. So I don't know.
I don't know. They're friends at least. So
they're good.
They're good at least.
They're okay.
Last episode, I saw the meme I referenced last week, the red and the blue bandanas. I saw that today when I was scrolling. I'm like, they need to do that. Let's move on to LIV Adelaide review here. So Brendan Steele gets his maiden LIV win down under. First win for Steele and the first win of any kind for his High Flyers team. They won.
Phil, right?
Yep. Phil's team, High Flyers. They haven't won a team event, but they now have an individual champion at least. Ripper GC wins the first team playoff over Stinger GC on the second playoff hole. It was Cam Smith's teammates carrying the load for Ripper, though, down the stretch. Mark Leishman and Lucas Herbert both shot 7 under, and Matt Jones shot 4 under on Sunday for them to snatch the title.
Nice. That's exciting. That's, again, like I think we talked about this on Sunday when we were off air, but it's exciting to see the Australian team getting the victory at home. It's fun. I wish Cam Smith obviously won the individual, because we talked about that, or any of the Australian mates won the individual, just because of the extra level of excitement it would bring to the community there. I will say I did see that they had 94,000 fans in attendance.
Yeah, it was a great turnout.
Yeah, it's broke the LIV record for their attendance. So that's exciting. That was over the course of the 3 days, obviously. And of course I saw the comments. People are like, just for perspective, Waste Management does $450,000 of 450,000 fans. And I'm like, yeah, okay, well it's different. Like it's very different from these two events. So I was pretty excited for LIV to see that, and I think Australia showed up in a big way to be able to really state that they need to do some more stuff down there.
Yep. I was thinking. I mean, it's like like they're doing. They want to have a worldwide tour, and I think that's it's maybe Australia's been neglected. PGA Tour doesn't really do a whole lot abroad.
No.
I think that's one of the big things that they're trying to do with
They do the Zozo, and they do Scottish.
That's a dual sanction with DP.
Yeah.
Going forward now. They go down in like the Bahamas a little bit, but that's not really.
Mexico.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Yep.
No golf in Canada, huh? Hey.
Well, I mean the RBC Canadian Open.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. So yeah, there's that one as well. I forgot about that.
So all North America except the Zozo.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But yeah, so I think it's good. I think that's they're accomplishing their goal of having a worldwide tour, and I think you can't really compare it to the Waste Management. I mean, you can throw the numbers next to each other, but I mean it's the second year of it, and I think it's only growing. Right, they beat their record last year, and they weren't like they only had like the capacity for what they had. I think it's not like they had enough stands like Waste Management does for like however many hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah.
It's not anything like it was. If they would have done that, it would have been empty. And they don't want empty, right? So like they wouldn't have built it. But if they built it, out and they maybe hyped it up more, they could probably draw more fans if they wanted to. I'm sure.
Sure.
Ticket prices adjust that.
I'm sure the word of mouth is going to be great. Like everyone's going to be talking about how much of a great time they had at the event, and rub it in their mate's face. Of you missed out on this year, and they're going to end up coming next year, and it's just going to keep growing naturally. So I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them for that aspect. I feel bad for Brendan Steele though, just because us CPAs, we give our tax advice on the podcast, and he's going to get taxed up the wazoo from Australia for this win. So of all victories to have, this is not the most financial beneficial for him, so that's all right.
Yep, should have chosen a better weekend to be the winner here, Brendan. Come on now. But yeah, the rest of the top 10, Brendan Steele finished first. Obviously, Louis Oosthuizen second. T3, we had Carl Sporcel, John Rahm, Andy Ogletree, and Joaquin Niemann and Dean Burmeister. Yeah, that was 3 of the Stingers in the top 10. 3 of them there. Dean Burmeister obviously got the last win. Solo 8th, we had Mito Pereira. T9, we had several players there. Abraham Answer, Brooks Koepka, Matt Jones, Junichiro Kazuma, and Danny Lee. Danny Lee was a sighting here since his win down in Tucson, huh?
I obviously we saw the win in Tucson last year, and the only other thing I've seen about him at all was on Bryson's Instagram page, because Danny Lee tried out Bryson's irons at the range, and I think he made a comment saying it's like Walmart irons or something like that. Like he made fun of like his irons, but he was actually hitting them pretty well, and that's like the only time I've ever seen Danny Lee. Other than that, I think this dude's a ghost. Like I've never seen.
Well, he's never played well except for Tucson and here. Exactly. He's never played well at all.
Exactly. So. I'm happy to see Brooks Koepka somewhat back up in relevance.
Yep, he was up there, exciting. T9, 4 shots off the lead. Some other notables we had, Tyrrell Hatton and Cam Smith, T14, Patrick Reed, T22. Oh my goodness. I put good. I think that was an autocorrect. Gooch and Bryson were T26. It autocorrected to good, apparently.
It messes me up when I type in Gooch, too.
And then DJ T31. We had a few bigger names on the leaderboard there.
Anthony Kim?
DFL. He had actually started off hot. He was like, not hot, but like better. He was, I want to say, about even through the first 2 rounds than Sunday.
I mean, this was a low scoring. I think 18 under in 3 days. It's pretty great. The course obviously was made for them to go low this past weekend. So shout out to them. But yeah, Anthony Kim, is this paying off? I mean, they got some marketing traction from like the first week or 2, and then I haven't seen them really highlight too much from him since. So is this a smart move by LIV? Or are they kind of like, dang it, we shouldn't have done this?
No, I mean, I think it's fine. I mean, he had 2 not awful rounds. They weren't great. He wasn't like too far off. He wasn't like too far ahead of last place, but he wasn't anywhere close to the top either. And then, Sunday just fell apart. I don't know. I mean, could have been worse, I guess. He could have just had 3 terrible rounds. instead of two
always worse,
not
but...
awful and then one awful round. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, he took a long time off competitive golf, so obviously, we saw Zalatoris take about 8 months off, something like that, and he came in pretty quick. But I think it's no comparison to what Kim went through. We'll see. I don't know. It's I think everybody's rooting for him, but there's obviously no expectations, so that's the good thing. That's all I had here. You wanna give your crack at two trues?
Yes. Is it actually two trues, or is it? I'm just
yeah, you just gotta give one answer is all you need actually. Right. So, all right, Dean Burmeister. Not.
I'm gonna know nothing about him, by the way.
Brendan Steele. You don't know anything about Brendan Steele?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. So yeah, two trues and one lie about Brendan Steele here. So first, he also is an actor outside of golf.
Okay. Like current or was previous? It doesn't really help me because I have no idea, but I'm just curious.
Well, I feel like as an actor, like,
are you always
once you're an actor, like it's just waiting to your next role, right? It's not like you're currently acting all the time, right?
I guess.
There's a background in acting. About that.
Okay. Can you tell me if he's done something recent or was it a long time ago? Or does that give it away? Is that like a hint too much?
I feel like if it gave it away, you
okay, that's fine. Go ahead.
He didn't start golfing until age 13.
Okay.
His favorite sports team is the Savannah Bananas.
I think I probed a little too much into the first question to know that it's probably true, because my thought process is you said it might give it away. So maybe if you said he might have done something a long time ago, he could still be considered an actor. So I'm going to go ahead and say that one's true. And I'll move on to the next two. And age 13, I have no clue. Savannah Bananas are just so recent within the past few years. I'm going to have to say, it just sounds random to me, I guess. I guess I have to say that's the lie.
Yeah, that's the lie. You're
okay.
Right.
Yeah, what is his actual favorite team?
It's a hockey, the Kings.
Okay,
he's a Cali kid.
Got it. Was he an actor a long time ago?
I didn't see the time frame of when it was, honestly. He was he was some like role in like General Hospital, some like that BS like a soap opera show.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, that was somebody else. What was the show? I forget now.
Just curious.
Oh no, it was one of those Bones that like investigative show. Like It's like not real, obviously. It's like a fake. But a Law and Order kind of deal.
Got it.
Bones. That's what it was. Sorry, I forget where did I see somebody play. It was in General Hospital or something like that.
I don't know.
He's been an actor before. Didn't start golfing until the age of 13. A little late for I think a lot of professional golfers. I bet a lot of them started sooner than that.
Was Savannah Bananas fresh on your mind because they're out here in Arizona recently?
No, I didn't know they were
okay,
here.
I was just curious if they were or not. Yeah, they were. Oh, over the weekend they were here.
I didn't know they were here. No,
they were.
I just thought it'd be like
West Valley,
something that like I don't know, pop culture-y that could be maybe true.
I like it.
I didn't want to pick like the Seattle Seahawks or something like that. Like something a little more wild. All right, that's
for both of us.
That's the
Adelaide. You went 3 for 3, but 1 for 1 at least.
Yeah, that's good.
We're
batting well here. Let's move on to the CJ Cup Byron Nelson. Kind of a weird name, right? Like CJ Cup feels like a name, and then Byron Nelson is another.
Correct.
I think it's so weird.
I thought the exact same thing. I thought the exact same thing when I was like, this sounds worse than Sunday Red. Sunday Red.
Like the CJ Cup Byron Nelson, like a hyphenated kind of thing.
I wasn't a fan of that.
Like it should be like. Didn't it used to be like the AT&T Byron Nelson? Or am I just making that up completely?
No, that's a tournament. I believe it might. That is a
tournament. Am I just making that up?
No, you're not making that up. That I have 100% seen that before. I just don't remember if perhaps they don't play that tournament anymore. It could have been replaced.
Yeah, so I think the CJ Cup is just they replaced the title sponsor, CJ Cup.
So AT&T maybe got dropped.
Yeah. So CJ is
the rice.
Well, I think they do more than that.
To me, it's the sticky rice.
The sticky rice. But yeah, that's yeah. So AT&T Byron Nelson. Yeah, AT&T used to be. That's yeah. Okay, so I didn't make it up. Thank you. That's all I needed to know.
Well,
yeah,
now
still
it's the
kind of
AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Maybe they were doing 2 tournaments before, and now they went down to 1.
Possibly, but yeah. So CJ Cup. I mean, yeah, they should just say like the CJ Byron Nelson maybe, or I don't know what CJ stands for. I don't know. Weird, clunky. I don't like it. But defending champion Jason Day, TPC Louisiana, Avondale, Louisiana. That can't be right. What? That is the wrong tournament. That's the Zurich Classic. This is at TPC Craig Ranch.
Yeah.
I'll have to pull the yardage because I clearly pulled the wrong thing here.
I got it.
But that is, I read it off. I'm like, that is not correct. It's TPC Craig Ranch.
Yes.
I want to say it's McKinney, Texas.
That sounds right.
I'll have to double check. McKinney, Texas.
I got the yards. 7,468 yards, so par 72.
Okay. I'm not sure how I did that, but okay. I'm glad I realized it. Middle reading there. 156 player field. Some of the notable names in this little bit of a weaker field here with the signature event Quill Hollow next week. We have Jordan Spieth, Jason Day, Sungjae Im, Steven Yeager, Tom Kim, Siwoo Kim, Minwoo Lee, Alex Noren, Adam Scott, and as I mentioned earlier, Will Zalatoris is pulled out of this event here for a little bit of a break for his back.
Purse is $9.5 million. And the current favorite is Spieth at 1,600, followed by Siwoo at 1,800. It's the first time we've seen Siwoo up there in the odds. So, he again, Bad Birdie sponsor. Did we talk about this before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So good for him for being somewhat relevant now, I guess. The field's a little in my opinion. So I agree. These guys probably didn't play last week. Majority of them, like the big names.
Let's see. Spieth didn't. I don't think I saw Day.
No.
Eam wasn't there because I remember last year he was partnered with Keith Mitchell, and Mitchell had a different partner this year. Let's see. Yeager, Kim. Yeah, I don't think any of these guys. Maybe Noren, but Zalatoris played last week. Obviously, he's not in the field anymore.
I forgot to mention for the Zurich Classic that a YouTube golfer participated in the tournament. So they had a qualifying tournament in Myrtle Beach a few months ago, and then they was all recorded. 16 golfers, and then goes 8 YouTubers and 8 like collegiate golfers, or some DP World Tour guys, some guys in the Q School, just random some good golfers, and the person who was like the most likely not to win won. So it was Fat Perez from Breezy Golf with Bob Does Sports. Yeah, so that guy, you know who he is? He's huge, right? Social media standpoint, huge, and like figuratively, he's like a big guy. So he got partnered with. I have to go look it up, anyways. But yeah, they missed the cut by like one stroke.
Well, you can just like you don't just get partnered. Like they ask you. Like the one person that qualifies asks who they want to partner be on their team. You know?
Yeah, they ended up apparently qualifying for it through this tournament on YouTube. So it was the first time I ever seen that happen. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But I'm halfway through watching it right now. But obviously I already know who won because he played in the tournament last week. So.
Cool. Okay. That's CJ Cup, Byron Nelson here again. Yeah, a little weaker field because we have that signature event next week as well as the PGA Championship after that. So taking some time off, but still not a terrible field for considering the events here in the next couple of weeks. So Spieth 16-1. That's definitely one of the longer odds we've seen for the favorite. Definitely in a while, and I would say for the whole season, I would say that. It's probably true too.
Scotty's just been running it.
Scotty, and then before that, even it was before Scotty's run, I think 16-1, still pretty long because Rory, and he's playing and Scotty's not. He's probably around 8-1, 9-1, probably. So kind of a longer. So good chance to maybe hit some long odds plays here this week. My pick, I'll go ahead and tell you, I'm going with Tom Kim. I like what he's got. I think he's due for a break. Not a breakthrough because he's had a couple wins on tour already, but it's been a while since he won his last one. I think he's shown he's got game, and Spieth so volatile. Don't like it.
Yeah.
And then Eam's up there in odds, but he's had a terrible season so far this year. So I think he's definitely the cream of the crop this week.
He's not sponsored by the CJ Cup, like whatever that name is.
He's Nike.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Who is? Is it Eames?
Eames, CJ, I think not Siwoo. Siwoo might have like, he can have other sponsors, obviously.
Yeah.
So
he might be.
I don't think Tom Kim is CJ. I think Siwoo might still have the CJ. Maybe Ben On. I think one of those other South Korean players has
Just
it
curious.
as well.
I'm going Jason Day, plus 2,200. He's had 3 top 10 finishes so far this year. A little bit weaker of a field. This is as good of a week as it's going to get as far as him playing in an event with not as much as the dominated players playing. So I think this is a good time and for him to go back to back. So obviously he's the previous winner from last season. So I'm going a back to back here this week.
Mr. Day, okay. All right, yeah, I've bet on him, I think, so I think he's off my board as far as no bet list, so that's okay. I'm okay. I'm not going to rip
I
you
just
apart
have
for
Gooch
that.
on mine, that's it.
Gooch, well, speaking of Taylor Gooch here, LIV Singapore, a preview here, so defending champion Taylor Gooch, this was the second of his 3 wins last year at Singapore. He had won Australia, then Singapore the next week. This is at Sentosa Golf Club, Serapong course in Singapore. It's par 71, 7,406 yards. This was the 55th in Golf Digest top 100 courses last year. So quite a bit up there. It's hosted the Singapore Open for nearly 20 years prior to being added to the LIV circuit. So definitely a nice course, longer course. It's going to require the long hitters and long irons to be accurate, and some large greens that might be, even though they're big, harder to hit just because it is long, and you got to be accurate off the tee and with your long irons.
We got same purse as always, 25 million, 20 million individual, 5 for the team. Current favorite is Joaquin Neiman at plus 650, followed by Rahm at plus 700. So I'm going Rahm this week. I think he has been just so relevant his whole season so far on LIV. He's played 6 events, 5 top 10s, many top 5s as well of those. So I just think this is he's got to get his first win. I said this last week. I think I want to say I bet on him last week if I'm not mistaken. I think he's got to get a win soon. He just from a from probably to clear his headspace as well. Just getting that cool fresh share of $4 million and be able to kind of just move past this transition here.
I think he's due. Yeah, I mean, he's played a lot. A lot of really good golf. He's like you said, 5 out of 6 top 10s. Not great at the Masters, but made the cut at least. Something to say for that, I think. So yeah, Rahm, I think he's due. A part of me, this is like total like just looking into things too far probably. But for some reason, I want to say he's probably gonna like play really poorly, then win. I don't know why, but just like
play poorly at the start of the tournament and then finish.
No. He'll have like a bad finish. He'll say he finishes like T30 this week,
gotcha.
Then bounces back with the win the next week, or the next tournament. I guess
Could be.
I don't know why I'm thinking that, but I feel like
I was listening to some things about him where when he says like if his last shot on the range or on a practice round is terrible, he gets excited because he always plays well after playing bad. So maybe.
So I should just hit one shot on the range and then go play.
Yeah, or you can look more into astrology, like you put on the Instagram slide, the same way Tiger looked into
his mom, right? His mom.
Yeah, looked into it from the color red standpoint. So, but yeah. So, anyways, like I said, I'm going Rahm here, and I'm excited to see. It's gonna be again a time difference. Here. So.
That's the thing. Yeah, I mean, I would like to watch more, but just the time zones make it really hard to watch some of these. But I guess I can't be a hypocrite, like I said, I'm glad that they're having the worldwide tour, but it just makes it hard for us. But the reason I say it was hard, I want to say he's gonna have a poor finish is because I remember I was looking at Jason Day's finishes last year, and so before he won here, it was AT&T Byron Nelson last year, so this is the first year of the CJ Cup. So yeah, he won here last year, and he was playing really well, right? So in the several events prior to Jason Day's win here. He had T10, T18, T7, 5th, T9, T10, T19, T5, then T39 cut, then win. So, like, I don't know what that, maybe that's why I was sticking in my head of, like, maybe Rahm's going to have a poor finish, then win. Maybe that's just an outlier. He did it. Maybe it doesn't mean everybody has to follow the same route, but that's why I was kind of thinking that. I don't know. Maybe he'll win this week, and maybe I'm dumb. I don't know.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so my pick, I'm going with off the board here, Paul Casey. Paul Casey. He's had a kind of a resurgence this year. He's a really good long iron player, so I think it could be stars align. Good course for him to fit into, and I think the Englishman gets it done.
Nice. I think that was a knock for a new product that just arrived, by the way.
You think so?
I know so, actually. Yeah. So, but yeah. What are you...
ready for betting corner?
I am ready for betting corner. So, last week, you had something, maybe...
I had Rory and Lowry, Rory and Shane Lowry to top 5, and they won.
Okay. Only 10 units, though?
Well, I had 40 units on it.
Got it.
And then obviously the lost.
Got it.
So.
I had nothing hit. I think I don't think I had really anything close besides I had Bryce and Rahm as a double chance. Rahm was T3. And Nick Taylor and Adam Hadwin I had as a top 5, and they finished 10th. That was the closest I got to it.
Yeah. I had Cam Smith. Cam Smith was flirting with it. He had a chance to maybe make a run at it on Sunday for the outright. That was one of my picks there was Cam Smith outright, but he just couldn't get it going on Sunday. He was only a few shots back to start Sunday, but couldn't make a run. And Brandon Steele did make a run. He kind of separated himself from the pack there. It was a super tight leaderboard on LIV the whole Sunday. I think there were like 6 or 7 players that had a shot at it at one point. Danny Lee that we were making fun of, he had a shot. He was I think 1 or 2 shots away from the lead. About halfway through on Sunday. So it was a really tight leaderboard for LIV this past week. But yeah, I got my normal 5 turns here again. Let me go first.
Yep.
I'll go. I'll start off the board again for both my LIV picks. I'm going Andy Ogletree.
Okay.
Top 10 plus 650. 15 units. So if you remember my leaderboard, he was a top 10 this past week at Australia. He is the reigning amateur champion, U.S. amateur champion, and trending up. So I like that. I like these trending up. I'm going to ride the wave here, go with a top 10 for Mr. Ogletree here in Singapore. And he's played in this part of the world before and won here in this part of the world a couple times. So he's very familiar with not going to have any jet lag or be unfamiliar with the place that he's in. So I like the familiarity there, and like I said, played well last week. Let's ride the wave.
All right, I'm going. I'll start. I'm gonna do mine based on the highest top all the way down to outright. So I'm going a top 20 pick first. A first time I'm ever picking this person. I'm going CT Pan. A top 20 finish, plus 300, 25 units. I think CT is...
You don't go for the ones that far down.
I don't. No, I don't. But I think for some reason he comes up in my mind a couple times throughout the week. Every couple weeks he comes up randomly. I don't know why. But I think he had a great finish at, I want to say it's Viadante. I want to say it was a T3 finish. It was at T3, I remember for sure. But it was one of those little bit more weaker field events. And then since then, he's been struggling a little bit. He's been, and struggling is a relative term. It's like he's been in the top 30s. He had a couple, another one that was top 20, then went to the 50s. And he's kind of all over the place. So I think he's due for another solid finish. And I thought top 20 at plus 300, I like the odds. Gives me a little bit more of a wiggle room for a finish perspective. So I liked it. I jumped on it, like I said, 25 units. I don't usually go that far down, but I'll try something different.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go with my next LIV pick here. I got 2 this week, so I'm going with my pick here, Paul Casey. I'm only picking him to top 5, though. I'm going to go a plus 500, 20 units on that one. Like I said, he's fits the course well. His style game fits the course well. He's had a kind of a resurgence this past year. Kind of a, not a spring chicken, but he's still playing really well. With in the LIV field, so I like that. So we're going with the top 5 for Mr. Casey, the Englishman.
Nice. I'm going to LIV now. I have the previous winner last week, Brendan Steele. I'm going to top 10 finish. So hopefully he's riding the wave here from a great performance last week. Top 10 plus 350, 23 units. Again, I like the odds. Historically, we mentioned this, the high flyers first time anyone on the team has won an event. But I like I'm a fan of momentum. I think it's huge. So I think another top 10 finish is definitely doable. I think of like a Matthew Pavon on the PGA Tour had an outright win, and then the next week or so, I think for sure next week, maybe the week after, he had some great finishes as well.
Mm-hmm.
So since then, he's kind of drifted off into the oblivion a little bit. So I think he's going to be able to secure a top 10 this week.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna shift my gears to PGA here. I actually also have CT Pan in my
Oh, really?
card here. I have a CT Pan top 10 plus 750. I'm going 13 units on that. Yeah, he's won on the PGA Tour before. He knows how to be able to how to finish the job. But I'm just having a top 10 here. He can string together some birdie fests, and with low scoring tournaments, which this is going to be probably somewhere around 20 under. He can get it done. He typically, you see him maybe some of those weaker fields, some of those split fields, like the Corrales Punta Cana or something like that. But I think he can get it done here. It's not a super weak field, but it can be had, I think. So yeah, I'm going with him for a top 10. It's plus 750, 13 units. So if I hit, you hit. So we'll see how we go.
Fair enough. I'm gonna go LIV here. I'm going Cam Smith, a top 5 finish, plus 260, 26 units on this one. We talked about it earlier. His team was really carrying him, the momentum wise, for the team aspect. But Cam did sink that last putt to clinch the win, and we all know how good of a putter Cam Smith is. So nothing to say there much anymore, but. I don't know. I think he's kind of been a little all over the place this year as far as a scoring perspective and a finish perspective. So I wanted to take a chance on him this week at a top 5 in Singapore. So I went with it.
Okay. So my next turn here, I'm going with my pick, Tom Kim, outright. I have him at plus 2,800. I'm going 8 units for Mr. Kim. Like I said, I think he's the cream of the crop for this week. I think he's the best player in the field. Even Spieth, I know he's the betting favorite, but I still like.
I agree with the Spieth part.
I like him. I like him to get a win here. I think he's due. I'm going shifting my gears over to Seamus Power. I also sprinkled him outright plus 5,000 for 7 units on Mr. Power. Lowry's Irish friend, not Northern Irish friend, Seamus. And then I'm also sprinkling on Ben On outright, plus 2,500, 9 units. So a few sprinkles there, my pick. And then also a couple other
more sprinkles, or is that good?
That's my only 3 sprinkles.
All right, speaking of 3, I'm going with my triple chance next. I got Jason Day, Adam Scott, Alex Noren, triple chance plus 700, 13 units on the trio there. Going into a more higher odds tournaments for outright, I think the right move is to stray away from the in my opinion, the single outright or double chance, just because you can clinch more of a variety. So I went with the trio there, 13 units on that, plus 700.
Okay, who are the 3 again?
Jason Day, Adam Scott, Alex Noren.
Okay. All right, my last one here. I'm going with another parlay. I'm going to make the cut parlay.
Okay.
You like that? All right, so I'm doing Davis Thompson, Mackenzie Hughes, Adam Schenk, our boy, and Minwoo Lee, all to make the cut. It's plus 323, 28 units. It's a little heavier on that one. My heaviest play of the week. But those 4, I like that, man. Like individually, they're all, I think, no greater than like minus 200. They're all shorter than that individually. So just 4 little legs for a plus 323. I like that. Davis Thompson, I've always been a fan of his. I've picked him quite a few times on Betting Corner. Mackenzie Hughes, same. I think we both picked him a few times like that. Schenk having a great year. having a great year on tour as well, following up last year's great year in the Minwoo Lee. Let him cook. Need me to say more?
Cook. All right, my last one I've got for LIV here. I went a ROM outright, so I went outright plus 713 units on ROM to clinch it this week. Like I already mentioned, I think he's got to win something soon, and I think this is a great opportunity time for him. So that's it.
That's it for this week's Cactus Golf Podcast. Last night we gave away a brand new Scotty Cameron Phantom putter on the live stream, as well as had some featured limited edition products sold that were gone in minutes. So you missed, if you weren't there for the last live stream, make sure you tune in for this month's my live stream at the end of May.
Yeah, I think we set the date already for it. It's unfortunately not the last day of May. I think it's like the day before. I got a concert to go to, man. It is what it is. So it's the 30th.
So yeah, May 30th, we'll be doing another live stream. We're going to be giving away, I think, to be determined. I don't think we determined what we're going to be giving away quite yet, but we'll have that coming out probably the next day or two as far as what we're going to be giving away. Like we've done the
TaylorMade Stealth 2 driver we started out with. See if we can go back.
Stealth, the Cobra.
There you go.
The QI10.
Nope. Paradigm AI Max Smoke Max.
Oh, that's what
driver.
I meant.
Yeah. And then the Scotty Cameron.
The QI10. I was thinking, I got those two. The Smoke and QI10 mixed up. Either this AI Smoke and the Scotty Cameron. So stay tuned in the next couple of days for that announcement, for that giveaway. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends about the podcast and Cactus Golf Club. CactusGolfClub.com. And see you next week.
Peace.